Is it on now? Yeah, there we go. Should be good. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. But yeah, just had a really good call. What I was just saying was I just had a really big call, which went really well. To the educators in here, I'll let you know. I'll let you know afterwards. But yeah, something really cool's going on. So big, very big. Hello, Simon. Happy Friday. Hello, Steve. Hello. But yeah, I'm super hyped after this, and yeah, chaos is going to unfold, but in the best way possible. Brandon, yeah, it's good, very good, very good. So hyped, and yeah, voice is back. When I talk a bit louder, it goes. But yeah, my voice is back now. Happy Friday, Alex. How is everyone? How's everyone doing? Let me know how your Friday is going. Obviously, we had NFP today, as I said on last night's live stream. Unless something comes up in the morning, trading sort of in that sort of 2-hour window, mainly the hour window up to NFP, can be very annoying, as we can see here. I mean, taking out the highs, taking out the lows, then a huge move up, just NFP. So yeah, and then last night we had this. We did have a buy position here. It sort of broke below a little bit, and then we did eventually have that bigger move from there, which was unfortunate but still nice. And then this very nice. But we've got some things to go over, so it should be a good live. But first off, let me know how your Friday's going, guys. Let me know how everything is. Nice, KT. To work at 3, so can't watch the new. Unfortunately, Jay, I'll send you a voice note after this with some cool things. But how's everything going? Guys? Let me just move this over here. There we go. Let me back in. But how's everything going? Hello, Chris. Hello. How you doing? That new message on Telegram, boo. Okay, Jay. I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to it. Should be good, but yeah, let's take a look at what's going on. So obviously we had NFP today. Huge move up, very sizable candle. Took out the lows first and then just went and swept the highs, which is always fun. It's always nice to see NFP doing crazy stuff. But what we can do, these trend lines are still being respected. We can see here, although we did have a little impulse move, this is something that I do quite often. If a trend line does break to the upside, but then quickly break back in, I still keep the trend line on, as I see that as a wick on a higher time frame. And so we can see this trend line here, respected, broke through, respected, broke back up with huge impulse move. So we can expect another sort of respected touch from that, which should be nice. But let's see what things are looking like. Sorry, that makes my eyes bleed. Yeah, Fridays are normally a bit weird. Most of the time we do pump on Fridays though. But yeah, Fridays are notoriously wacky days to trade. Definitely. You'll notice, by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen just helps spread the live around. But you will notice through journaling that chances are you'll have particularly good days and particularly good sessions. One of the easiest improvements you can make into your trading, which anyone can really do for whatever system they're using, or even if you're following trades, is just sort of journaling how you get on throughout the week and seeing which days you perform best on and seeing which sessions you perform best on. Easiest optimization anyone can make in their trading. Easiest by far. Go back through your trading history, look at what days you perform best at, look at what days you perform worse at, look at what sessions you perform best in, look at what sessions you perform worst in, and then just scrap off the worst ones. If you perform very badly on a Friday and you perform very badly, for example, during London session, just stop trading those. Like, easiest optimization you can make, and definitely worth looking into for those who haven't already. Hello, Lee. Afternoon. What's that, Jay? Afternoon. Yeah, good, Darren. Good. Everything's good. Just Finished up a really good meeting before. I've actually had two really, really good meetings today. The first one, my voice was gone, but then the second one, my voice recuperated. But yeah, and then we go another pump to the upside. This was by the way, this was a sell level from all the way back here. This hasn't been valid today. This was marked up on last night's live. If you saw that, this was where we got the bounce from. But yeah, two really, really good, very productive meetings today. One of them was hilarious. And so, yeah, things are going well. But how are you? How's your afternoon, Darren? Don't know if you answered. Do you fund a call at UK time? Is that for the call you've booked in with YouFunded, Connor? Hello, Andy. Says like a robot today. Yeah, my voice is back. I did have one day, not yesterday, the day before, where I couldn't talk. Like my voice just did not work, which was actually awful. I've never experienced that before. So yeah. Okay, I do want to look into this because we are approaching very significant levels now. Wait there, we'll just edit this. I want to keep the 4,500 level on. It's a very big psychological level. It's a good area. When you're looking for confluences, look at what the price actually is. Can be very good. It can give you a lot of confluence at your trading. So actually looking at 4,500, we've had a nice bounce off 4,500 before. So definitely taking a look at that is a good idea as well. Let's remove this now. Good to hear, Darren. Yes, I won 30, but it's gone past, and now I have no clue. Twice I've tried, nothing came up. Connor, drop me a message on Telegram, and we'll get that sorted ASAP, mate. We'll get that sorted ASAP. So yeah, drop me a message saying I mentioned this on the live or something like that. And as soon as I've finished, I'll contact the team and get them to reach out to you, mate. And if anything like that does happen as well, just reach out to me or at me in the Discord, and we'll get it sorted. Noah, so there's a few ways to go about it. First, when you first join the group, I think it's best to just take a look around first off. Look through the educators group, look through the private group, look through the Discord, and just get a feel for where things are. Look through each section and just find out, okay, I've got signals, trades, analysis here. I've got courses here. Okay, I've got educators stuff here. I've got resources here. I can chat in the Discord here. I can book in a call with support here. And just going through and just, figuring out where everything is. And then from there, a great thing to do is to book a call with the support team that we have in the group. You can book a call in the book a call section, and they'll sort of walk you through things and explain a lot from there. And then if you're still unsure there, drop me a message and we'll walk through it even further. And again, any questions come up, just like at me and ask in the Discord, and we'll walk through it, mate. No problem, Connor. No problem. Hello, Craig. Hello. How you doing, Craig? I always love seeing Craig on the lives. How are things? How's everything going? Craig, I'll drop you a message with something really, really cool after this. I'm going to tell all the educators after this. It's really, really good. So, Connor, it varies. I send a lot of trade ideas, but a lot of the time there's a few things which can happen. So one is if I'm layering into a position, it's very difficult to put an entry which I'm actually taking. Or two, a lot of things which has happened the past few months is adding to buy positions, and it's difficult to signal that. I'll sell when I'm buying, but it's difficult to just set a set signal for that. But going into 2026, I'm going to be moving as price action has now reduced a bit in volatility, and we are ranging. It's nice, and I've reduced my exposure to gold a lot. I'm now going to be putting more traditional signals like I did before, just because that's what I'm doing now. The signals are what I'm doing, and so yeah. But then you've always got, you've got my trade ideas analysis, then you've got educators, signals analysis, trade ideas, and everything like that. Yeah, Craig, I feel you with the ill. I've been ill for 5-6 days now. I'm still recovering. Got a bit of a sniffly nose. I do apologise. But get in there. Get some, what are they called? Where are they at? ginger shots down you. I tell you, on one of the meetings earlier, I downed one of these ginger shots, and the guy went, "Are you drinking vodka?" And I was like, "No, I wish. It's ginger, a ginger shot." And so yeah, that was funny. But that clears you right up. Makes it worse before it gets better, but it does get better. Yeah, Matty, so basically the private funding service that we have inside the group, you can book in a call. The call link is in the Go Full Time section there, or you can book in a call on the Discord, or at Brandon, the success coach in the Discord. He's very familiar with the YouFunded team as well, very familiar, and he speaks to a lot of people. He's spoken to a lot of people who are doing very well in the group, and sort of, derives common patterns between people who are doing well to share with everyone else. And so adding him, and he'll sort of, a great thing to do if you are considering hopping on YouFunded, the private funding service we have inside the private group, is at Brandon in the Discord. Brandon, the success coach. His name's Brandon Lomas. He's normally in the fitness section. He'll have a call with you. He's going to be doing a lot more calls with a lot of members. I've been doing a lot of calls with members in the background as well, which have been very useful. I got a screenshot from him literally late last night. He went through risk with someone, just very simple, basics, and the guy came out of drawdown and was in like £500 profit literally a day later, which was amazing. So there's a few things like that. So just having a call with him, he'll run you through sort of everything you need to know and sort of preparation for that call and some key things. And so yeah, that's a good avenue to go. So yeah, just basically booking a call with them, and they'll explain it fully. Best I can do is whiskey. Craig loves his whiskey. Live whilst downing vodka. What an idea. Now that would be a fun live. Look, I'm open. Drunk trading is a brilliant idea. A lot of the time, it's not a brilliant idea, by the way. But a lot of the time, something which I actually mentioned, I messaged James. His name's Geordie in the Discord. I messaged him last night. He said to me, I was doing well, and then I had like a bad day, and I've kind of knocked my confidence. This is another really good tip is, when your confidence gets knocked in trading, it can often be difficult to execute on positions which are very good. Like, it's a very good setup, okay, or a very good trade, and you're hesitant to do it. And that hesitation comes from the capital at risk on that position. So how to negate that lack of confidence and be confident in your position is reducing the risk on the trade. Now, I similar this to, imagine you're in another analogy coming out here, but I think this is a good one. Imagine you're an F1 driver and you're driving around the track, okay? You're doing really well, you're hitting every corner perfectly, and then you have a bad crash, okay? Your confidence is going to be really shattered by that crash. So when you get back into that F1 car, you're going to be a bit more timid. You're not going to be pushing the car to where it needs to be pushed. And this is such a good analogy, actually, the more I expand on it. And then, if you don't push the car enough, you don't get enough heat in the brakes, you don't get enough wind in the air in the aero, so the car just doesn't perform, and then you have more crashes and more spins out, and it just doesn't perform well. You need to perform confident, okay? And so, what you can do is reduce the risk, i.e. getting a slower car, race that round the track, build up the confidence in that car, and then go into a better car, build up your confidence in that car, and then when you eventually go back into the F1 car, you've proven you can do it, you've done it loads, you've built up the confidence, and you're going into it with confidence. So then you can push the car to the limits, get heat in the brakes, get aero in the aero, and actually push the car to the limits. This, in trading, pulling your risk back and risking a small amount and slowly building it back up to where you were, that's building your confidence as well. So when you do get back up to the amount that you should be risking, then you're confident and you're executing when you should be executing, and you're pushing your system to the limits. I think that was a solid analogy. That was good. I'm impressed with that. Those just before. Oh, that isn't good, Jordan. And then definitely something which is important as well is a lot of the time, and I've seen this happen with a few members as well, over Christmas, they correlate a sort of bad few trades to their system or to how they're performing. when it might actually be it wasn't the trading, it was your lack of trading. You shouldn't have been maybe trading during those conditions, because over Christmas, lack of liquidity, the order book's thinner, and so moves can be a lot more volatile and a bit crazy. And so it wasn't necessarily your system, it wasn't your execution, it wasn't your mindset, it was simply the conditions you were trading in weren't congruent with profitability. A lot of trading is actually when you aren't trading. Okay, so identifying when conditions aren't good. For example, today, lead up towards NFP probably isn't the best conditions to trade for most people. And so identifying those conditions and being able to step away from the charts so you're not trading in those bad conditions is really good. He's back. Look, I've been a bit ill, but now the analogies are back. I'm sweating and a bit. My nose is a bit blocked, but the analogies are back. That's analogy for clips. That's funny. Definitely. Astounded by the number of analogies Max has. I don't know. I find relating things to analogies a lot. I know it's easier to explain, because if I'm explaining something to do with trading, I'm explaining it, and then I'm like, I just think in the back of my mind, okay, if they're not familiar with this, they're gonna have no clue what on earth I am talking about. Whereas if I relate it to something which is more understandable, cars, it's hopefully bridges that gap. Hopefully. Sometimes a few of the analogies I come out with, though, I do think, after I've said it, I'm like, wait, I think I made that far more complicated and I should have just said it how it is. But, you win some, you lose some. Crypto Puppet, I upload a clip of it. I could upload the full thing. I might upload it onto the YouTube. I did a few months ago, I did a lap of the F1 circuit in Yas Marina. And, but the thing is, though, it's like when you're running or something, okay? You feel like you're going really quick. Like, I'm in that car and I feel like I'm absolutely crushing this course, okay? I'm expecting the guy next to me for us to pull over and him to give me like an F1 contract. Like, I think I'm flying. And then you watch the video back and it's like, oh, wait there. I wasn't actually flying. And it's a bit like, it's still cool. Like, it looks amazing. But yeah. No stop loss, Craig. He's never had a stop loss during the war. That reminds me of the Christmas quiz that we did. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. Shout out to everyone who was on the Christmas quiz. And Angie is a great mate. Keep them coming. Makes things so much easier to understand. I appreciate that, DB. I appreciate that. Sells from 4,500. We'll have to see how it reacts. I want to see a quick reaction from 4,500. Then we could potentially see sells. I'm just going to sell at 4,500. I want to see how he reacts, because we could break the just break out from 4,500, and then it's that's a big move, a very large move. We've clearly got a lot of sell pressure at 4,500 because we hit it on the dot before and got a big reaction from it, a very large reaction. So clearly there's a lot of sell orders and a lot of people want to get out of positions they've been holding for a long time at 4,500. And so we can probably anticipate, we can probably say with a good level of confidence that at least a small move will come from 4,500. I think we can say that pretty good. Like the celebs on Top Gear, I think they have done great. Literally, I'm getting out. I got out that car. I was thinking, where do I sign? Like, where do I sign? Okay, when's my season starting? Okay, do I get a bonus? Like, what's going on? And yeah, it wasn't like that at all. But yeah, I saw someone do something really really cool. A friend of mine, he loves drifting, and he recently sold a supercar to buy more drift cars, and so drifting would be something cool. I've never drifted in my life, not purposely, and so that would be a really, really cool thing. Just buying like an absolute, excuse my language, shit box and just stripping it out completely, so it's just a bit of metal, and then drifting, I think that'd be really, really, really cool. I remember that reminds me, speaking of Top Gear, the Top Gear episode where they go over how expensive it is to play golf versus how expensive it is to rally, and they got like a £200 car, went to a rally day, and did that instead of golf to sort of say that was more fun than golf. Just reminds me of that. I'm yapping today, man. Got a lot of energy. Jeremy Clarkson have traded. I don't mind that at all. It's a Top Gear channel. I think it might. Some days, honestly, it is. Some days it is. Ah, nice, Craig. Sounds good. That's good. Craig Fluence. We've got Craig Fluence at the 4,500 level. So 2010, it's a psychological level. It's a round number. So, for example, 3K, 3.5K, 4K, 4,100. These are psychological levels. They're round numbers. I mean, what are we all looking at? We're all looking at 4,500. Like, that's the next stop, if you will. And look, we might see a bit of turbulence in between. We might stop at a few red lights, but that's the wall. And it also gives us a good inkling into what the story behind price is doing. If we do just break through 4,500, then that shows to us, okay, people aren't selling right now. They still think they're very, very, very bullish. And so it can give us a good inkling on our bias going forward into next week as well. VWAP divergences are formed comparing to price rise to VWAP fall. Let me put this on. So on the 30-minute time frame, VWAP definitely isn't diverging. On the 15-minute, it's not diverging. On the 5-minute, it is as we approach the level, but no divergences in momentum. You can see momentum's still gone up, whereas VWAP has gone down, but momentum's gone up, price has gone up. So yeah. I need to be snowed off work more often. Made 2.9k today in Asia while laying in bed. Love that, Danny. Well done, Danny. Seriously amazing. I just had a call. Thank you. Now I've got another call on Zoom at 2:15 Monday. Thank you. Nice, Connor. Brilliant. Do the bot. Probably. What's a divergence? A divergence is basically where whatever your indicator you're using, or whatever data you're using, whatever. So for example, I use the oscillator Fu Manchu. It's where that goes one way and something goes another way. Basically, you've got two things, okay? Price and then whatever indicator you're using, oscillator, whatever, okay? Those should go in the same direction, okay? They should. But if the indicator is going in a different direction, or price is going I think it's better to do price. If price is going in a different direction to the indicator, that's diverging. It's diverging from its main course, the course it should be on. So yeah, indicator price should go like this. But if indicator and price go like this, it's diverging from its main route. That can suggest to us that potentially it's due a reversal, in essence, snap back to where it's meant to go. So if we've got divergences here and they're heading to the downside and price is still heading to the upside, we can dissect from that price is potentially having a sort of false move to the upside, and chances are could be snapped back to the downside via a reversal. By the way, guys, if you do enjoy the live, double tapping the screen does help spread the live around. Yeah, like always, divergences are great to add as confirmations in your trading. So trading really comes down to finding areas of interest, okay? Finding areas where you think price will react. And you need to confirm that area will react. So for example, okay, we've got price here. Okay, we've got an area here, which is a sell area. And then we've got an area here, which we're going to be looking for buys. Okay. So we anticipate price to bounce off this or bounce off this. But just that level alone isn't enough for us to take that position. We want to see confirmation that that level will be respected. And so as we approach the levels, we want to see divergences. In essence, price shouldn't be going up there because the indicator is going down, but price still went up. This can suggest to us that we are going to actually react off that level. I hope that makes sense. Craig, love that. Craig's made more on the toilet. Hold and buy from yesterday at the moment. Nice, Craig. I saw that buy in the Discord. Very nice. Have you traded Craig? 200 up on the challenge, taking it easy, not rushing as per Craigster advice. Nice, Katie. Love seeing that, Katie. Absolutely smashing it. And how's things going with Bella, Katie? I know you were talking quite a bit. Let me know how things are going there. A lot of cool things going on. Man, I'm so hyped for 2026. I'm glad that the illness is going. Things are looking good. Very large, bearish engulfing candle. All good. Nice, Katie. Yeah, Bella's been giving me updates throughout, which is really, really good to see. So looking forward to seeing where things go from here. Very looking forward, actually. Love it, Katie. Definitely. Keep it up. Definitely. What's that? Oh. Please. What is it? Oh, amazing. Thank you. I love sandwiches. Do you have to eat to acquire this accent? What do you mean? I've been told a few times now that I like beige food. Mashed potato with everything. Something which I do like when I go back to the UK. I really like shit good food. Like here in Dubai, a lot of the foods like you get really like there's really good food and like fancy food. But like a lot of the time, I just want like sausage and mash or something like this. You know, like and the mashed potato just ain't the same. Pies, yeah. I had someone over food last night, and this came up, and I was like, yeah, like I want cottage pie, steak and bean pie, shepherd's pie, chicken mushroom pie. Like, there was actually the saddest day of my life, and it is that serious. This was when I still lived in the UK. There was a pub near me, not near me. It was like a 30-minute drive. And they did these amazing homemade pies. And one day they got took over. And I used to, like, group of mates would go, like, pie day. We'd all go get pie from this place. It was amazing. And one day they switched owners. And they just, it was heartbreaking. So, yeah. Bit of a tangent, a few tangents. But honestly, like, someone takes your pie day away from you. It's seriously tragic. The gains are not that pie. Toad in the hole, yeah. Cole's Pie Shop. That'd be, that wouldn't be too bad, actually. That'd be quite nice. Pie shop. I think Dubai's due a pie shop. I think it is, definitely. I think we're just slowly moving up to this 4,500 level. We'll see how things are going. By the way, guys, if you are in the private group, Cedar Og is doing a live stream on Sunday, which will be really, really good. Me and him have been working on quite a few things in the background. We've spoken quite a bit, and we've been working things into motion to do more some cool things. So you'll see that come into the private group, come into the Discord. That's gonna be really, really cool as well. So yeah, there's some good things going on there. We've been building over the past sort of 2 months or so, and so yeah, it's gonna be really good. I can make pies. Craig, catch the next flight. It's going to be an epic live. It will definitely be a really good live. And C-Dog's really happy with how everything's going. I'm really happy with how his stuff's going. It seems like he's definitely getting the attention he deserves. And I really do think that if you want to, get that next level of of just sort of knowledge. Like going through his stuff is really really interesting. I've been speaking to Cedar now well over a year, and we've had some very in-depth, very great conversations, and it's always good to sort of just go down a bit of a rabbit hole with him and sort of debate and go back and forth on things and everything like that. It's really interesting. Brilliant, looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be really really good. Like seriously good. XR, XPR, hello. How you doing? When you're back in the Midlands, go to the Pie Factory in Tipton. Don't leave a posh car outside though. Look, anything pie, I'm game for. That sounds good. That sounds very good. I should be back in sort of February for a little bit. We're going to be doing something there, but there's something to announce there. And then Craig as well. The Taco Bot it should be back in the Discord this weekend as well. I've got it up here. I don't want to put it on because there's a few like prompts and stuff which I've got it, which I don't want to give away. But yeah, it's cool. So that'll be good as well. Doing good, my man. Got rained off today and haven't touched the chart. Lamau, what's happening, Craig, brother? How you doing, man? It's a good day to be off XPR. With an NFP coming out today, it's not a bad day to be off the charts up until this point. What's that, Chris? Midlands is the standstill due to its snow. I didn't realise it was snowing that level of bad. I didn't realise it was like. I thought it was just bad in a few small areas. You're welcome to a homemade gluten-free pie. Gluten-free, I don't know. You might be able to change my mind there. It is fun, but we keep moving. Nice. Craig's a beast. Craig's an absolute beast. Let me just move this over here. Craig's an absolute beast. I'm also dying with this crappy flu. What's going around? Yeah. How has it reached me? I'm like thousands of miles away. Guys? The winter bug, yeah. It always happens. This year has been really bad though. 10 runners from around 42.75. 42.75. Wow. I mean, Danny, I think slowly edging them off as we move up is never a bad idea. Definitely getting that stop loss to break even or that stop loss in profit is a very, very good idea. You want to conserve. You're in profit. You want to definitely, bank some profits and also conserve that risk. Move that stop loss up so it's a risk-free trade. Start, if you want, start taking some profits off the table. Just to bank a little bit of profits is a very, very sensible idea, I think. I've just got over whatever it was, and it was like 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know. Ben was manager Ben in the Discord. He was ill for quite a while. He was ill for like nearly 20 days, and so I can't be ill for that long. So I'm gonna have to take drastic measures. Might have to be sit in a sauna for like 2 hours and just get it out of me because I can't I can't be ill for that long. XG, I was hoping you weren't going to bring that up. It's the funniest thing ever. Yeah, that was bad. I've never had my voice that bad before. That was horrendous. So I'm hoping that never ever happens again, ever. Darren, yeah, definitely. Momentum's coming down. VWAP's coming down. There we go. 1 second, guys. I am going to go blow my nose very quickly just before we hit this 4,500 level because I want to be there. 1 second, guys. I do apologise. I'm back. We haven't hit the 4,500 level. Hello, hello, hello. Do apologise. Still recovering, but getting there. We could definitely see one KT. Full port Friday. I don't know about full port, but could see something nice. Let's have a look what's just above 4,500. One thing, let's switch to this. Let me just move this all. I'll just move some stuff around, see what we've actually got above that level. 0.886 looks nice. .886. The reason I'm marking this one up is because we've got the value area high, so this gives us a statistical edge in the sense of if you've got a value area high, most of the trading takes place in this value area here. So this is where the most volume is. So when we move above the value area high and below the value area low, it's statistically more likely for us to reverse back into the value area than it is to continue in that direction. So it gives us a slight bit of an advantage there. However, something to consider is we are in a definite uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Most of the volume is sat to the upside. That's definitely something to consider, but also value area high plus 0.886 plus these previous highs here. We can see we've got high here, high here, high here. We've got high highs. And so I think if we don't take out this high, this is where we react. I think there's two options. Either we bounce off this, or B, we take out this high. I think those are... Oh, it came super close. So, yeah, we'll have to see. James, would have to see as we approach the level. This one in particular, we'd have to see. See the volatility as we approach the level. Because we could do a very tight stop loss of 45.38. We could do it like a really, really... Oh, no, not there. It's moved now. Wait, I need to move. I need to zoom out a little bit. Not all the way up there. Here. So around like 24. Just above those previous highs. Because we do want this to be a very precise reaction. I don't expect price to chill round here for long either. A, we bust through, or B, we hit it and go. Like, I don't expect us to chill. I was blowing my nose, Craig. High low form on the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, we've got this. I mean, we've definitely in bullish market structure on the 1 hour. High, low, higher highs, higher low. But we do need to confirm this. We need to take out this high. Otherwise, this low isn't yet confirmed. So, taking out the high at 4,500 will reconfirm the bullish market structure. Hello, John. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, things are looking good. I'm hoping we've still got plenty of time left on the day. Friday is normally quite weird, but I think we can make something work. But yeah, let me know if you've got any trading questions, guys. Let me know, if you got any questions regarding the private group where you can get signals analysis courses, full community, everything like that. Let me know. If you've got any questions regarding what I'm doing at the charts, any questions regarding trading in general, then don't hesitate to drop me a message, drop me a comment on here. Okay, perfect. That's good. Man, 2 meetings that I had earlier are so good. Yeah, it's been a good day. So nobody recorded. 100% KT. It will be recorded. 100%. So Yeah, no, should be good. I'm thinking. Let me know your thoughts as well. There's a lot of live calls that Brandon does that Cedar will be doing more of in the future, and me and him will do a couple together. And so on the YouTube, I want the YouTube to be like a hub, okay, where it's got the information that you need is there. If you want that extra layer, you want that course, you want that analysis, you want those trade ideas, you want that extra level from CDOG, you want that extra level from the educators, then that's inside the private group. But people can clearly see and get a lot of information from the YouTube. And so what I'm looking for is on the YouTube, we have Brandon's live sessions on the YouTube, we have Cedar Ogg's live sessions on the YouTube, and we have a playlist for each of the educators. So we've got a playlist for Brandon with his lives recorded on there, a playlist for Cedar Ogg with his lives recorded on there, and doing it like that. This is something which will be happening going forward, and so let me know your thoughts on that. I think live streams are super important, being able to ask questions live, and then also have the recorded versions of them is very important also. So looking forward to doing that. Should be really good. So yeah. I wanted to get all of this sort of done a few days ago, but with being ill, it's a pain. And then also talking to people when you haven't got a voice, it's difficult. Time on until today. We'll see what happens over the next sort of 15 minutes. If price doesn't really move much, then we'll finish up there. But if we are moving to the upside, then I want to be live for when we hit that level. Bit irrelevant, but when there's so much potential in trading and one can retire early, I don't get why many people from countries like Pakistan and India still pursue jobs. Wait, then let me read that. I think that's a good question. I'm sorry, this may be a bit irrelevant. It's definitely not. When there's so much potential in trading and one can retire early, I don't get why many people from countries like Pakistan, India still pursue jobs. So a few different things. One thing is regulation in those countries can be quite strict when it comes to trading, so they might not be allowed, and punishments in those countries can be severe. That's one aspect of it, regulation in each country. A small part of it because you can get around it, but still a part of it. Second thing is capital. I mean, a lot of people in, for example, India, it's very third world. There's a lot of very rich parts. There's a lot of people in India with a lot of money, and definitely on the rise. But a lot of times, vast majority of people don't have capital money to pay for their family. Never mind to invest in trading. That's the second thing. Third thing is a lot of them work very, 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 very long hours to provide for their family, and so even finding a few minutes a day can be quite difficult. Fourth thing, a lot of people, especially in India, I know the Indian trading sort of culture is very, very, very toxic, a lot of it, and so for example, this was made very evident to me one time. I got a taxi back from the trading floor, and where the trading floor here is in Dubai, it's very, very, very nice. It's one of the nicest buildings in Dubai, and there's a lot of nice cars and everything like that. So the guy picked me up from there, and he asked me, he said what do you do? I explained to him a little bit, and then he said to me, I know you have the tickets. If you just tell me what's ticket, I know you have some bit of knowledge. Basically he was looking for the golden ticket. He thought because I'm a trader, I've got some secret thing which no one knows, which I can tell him in one sentence and it's going to instantly make him a lot of money. And I think a lot of people, from what they're told from people who sort of are running things at a top level, is that it is like a golden ticket type of thing. And that mindset just isn't congruent with profitability at all. And so I think that comes down to it as well. And yeah, and maybe they just don't want to. So there's a few avenues there. What time is okay? Yeah. So for this potential trade, sorry for missed. Jason, we'd have to see as it approach the level with volatility as we approach that level. I'd have to see. Yeah. Always head on young shoulders. I appreciate that, Chris. Just called, so missed the last 10 mins. Check of it. All good, DB. Hope work's not pulling you in every direction. Yeah, nice, Darren. That's really, really good. What's up, Jordan? Okay. Sorry, Jordan. I didn't see your message. That is the only way to get in the group. We're sponsored by sponsored in a way by the brokers who we work with, and also it means the price day is the same between traders, and that's how the groups run, really, mate. If you do have any questions regarding that, though, drop me a message on Telegram. We can walk through things, mate. So yeah. There we go. Let me know if you have any other questions like that, Jordan. I'll happily answer anything. If you've got any questions regarding the private group, just let me know. Yeah, Kulish, I'll be looking for well, I need to change the colour of this. I'll be looking for a sell position as we approach 4,500. Big psychological level, 0.886 and a value area high. So we'll put this in here. It's 0.886. So, sorry, just above 4,500. 0.886 plus value area high plus prev highs. And then also from 4,500, definitely going to keep a close eye on as well. So, yeah. Let me just remove this. There we go. So the settings. All good, DB. I've just put in the my fib settings are literally is the complete first, like most basic. Like I don't do anything crazy. There's not really anything you can do with fib settings which is particularly crazy. But I've got 0.618 on, 0.65 on, 0.786 on, 0.886 on. For sort of day trading and intraday, I don't use the 0.5 to 0.386. I just use these ones. And so yeah. But on a higher time frame, I will use the 0.5 and sometimes the 0.382. I've removed background because I don't want my chart to look like a rainbow. And yeah, so these are the settings which I have. Like always, VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. Be just below 4,500. 4,500's it's the psychological level, and so we'd look for it to hit that. All good, DB. All good, DB. Yeah, in action earlier in the disc. Oh, nice. Nice, Craig. And yeah, 0.38. Look, if you're in a strong uptrend or downtrend, but I'll use uptrend for example purposes. If you're in a strong uptrend on like a mid/mainly higher time frame, the 0.382 can be very nice, and it can definitely work very nicely. And if you're in a very strong trend as well, chances are you won't pull back to the 0.618. And so looking for entries at the 0.382 can be very nice. For example, if we pull just the most recent fib from this low to this high, and we put on the 0.382, literally just like pretty much dead on it there. So you can see how it can be quite useful. Coming back up now, which looks good. Yeah, strong impulse moves can be. I'm a bit hesitant on the mid to lower term time frames. I like to see more of a pullback to really get that confirmation. But look, you can definitely use it. Everyone's different in trading. Craig has a lot of success with it, so that's really good. And yeah, so let me know if you've got any questions regarding trading, regarding the private group, guys, regarding what I'm looking at the chart. I'll happily go into detail. And yeah, I won't be live tonight because I do go live Sunday to Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. As we're on Friday, we've got no price action tomorrow, so I won't be going live. And then I'll be back live Sunday night. If you're in the private group, definitely take a look out for C.Og's live as well in the private group. C.Og, for those who aren't in the private group, is like our quant in the private group. Basically, he focuses on quantitative and macro trading, macro database trading, and so yeah, some really, really high level stuff if you do want to go down that route. Very, very interesting, and can definitely build up your knowledge of the markets regardless. And then yeah. Would you enter trades strictly only when you see divergences in both VWAP or momentum, or ever using just one divergence? Patrick, if I'm extremely confident in the position, then I can be a bit malleable with it. But most of the time, the divergences do come. Excuse me, sorry. Most of the time, divergences do come. We get both VWAP and momentum divergences. That phone is so loud. So yeah, I would, Patrick, but most of the time I don't have to. Cool. So something which is with this trading, with my sort of style of trading, I don't really set take profit. Like I let the trade run, and then I'll take partials. And I'll just continue to squeeze the most out of the position. I think removing your take profit can actually be quite good for your trading for a lot of people, because it lets the trade run. And a lot of time I don't want floors on my, I don't want ceilings on my profits, but I do want floors on my losses. Okay, I want my losses to be capped, and I want to reduce them as much as possible. The goal of a trader is to reduce risk as much as possible. That is the goal. And for taking profits, I don't want to restrict that. You know, if it moves, heavily moving in my direction, I don't want to just close out the full position and be gone. I want to take partials, and squeeze the most out of that position. So I'll very rarely set a take profit. A lot of times I'll chuck it really far away and just go for it from there. Previous high level forming at 447. 9. Definitely. I think we've already hit that, have we not? Yeah, so we've just hit that level. Literally just on this wick here. So these previous highs. Here, previous highs, previous lows, definitely good to how do I say that? Integrate into your system. But yeah, good spot, Matty. This could result in the move up to 4,500. I think, Connor, it will drop at least a bit. I think there's so many orders at that level. It's such a big psychological level that I think it makes sense for us to drop from that level. So from the level I'm mainly looking at, okay, we are moving up now nicely now. The level I'm mainly looking at is actually above 45. It's at about 45.17. And for this level here, my stop loss is looking to be about 45.24. And then for the 4,500 level, what we can do is make it a bit thicker. What we can do is look back on the charts a little bit and see where we've reacted from before. I'd want to see as we approach this, though. Definitely. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, news is about to hit as we're moving up to this. What time is it now? Okay, 7. There we go. Let's see what happens. Nice move up into news. We said that about 4K too, and it blew past it. It didn't even retest. Literally, the retest at 4K when it does. Definitely. What's that? Okay, cool. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth looking at. I definitely prefer 45.17 and definitely prefer overall buy positions. I know we're looking at sell positions right now, but overall definitely prefer buys. Obviously, gold is in an extremely bullish market, so looking for buys is the way to go. I'm good, Yaz Trader. How are you? How is everything? How you been? Stop losses. So these look like, if I was to enter at 4,500, this would probably be my stop loss. If I was to enter here, this would probably be my stop loss. So, yeah. But how are you? I'm good to see the voices recovered. How was curry night? Very good. Yaz, curry night was very good. And yeah, voice is back now. It's good. For those who didn't see, I lost my voice like 2 days ago. It completely went. I've been quite ill. I still am quite ill. And so, yeah, my voice just literally didn't work. But back now, had more ginger shots than yeah. I've had like 6 ginger shots over the more actually. I've had like 8 ginger shots over the past 2 days, which is insane. Yeah, Craig, news was not the one. How you got a cold in Dubai? I'm pretty sure it's from. So I was in the UK over Christmas for like 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure like I picked it up then, but it didn't fully set in until I was back in Dubai. And a lot of time when I do go to the UK and come back to Dubai, I do get ill for a few days. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I always seem to get a cold. I think it's because of flying. I don't know. Don't have too many. You look like Ed Sheeran. Funny DV. Probably change of temps. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I was fine in the UK. Aircon. Yeah, that's the thing with Dubai. Aircon. I mean, you have to have aircon. And aircon's not very good for you at all. And obviously I spend a lot of time inside, like as much as the weather's really nice, I spend a lot of time sat here. So I'm constantly in aircon, which just dries out your throat completely. And obviously if your body's acclimatized to fresh air in the UK and then you're suddenly chucked into aircon for hours and hours and hours, your body can have a bit not the best reaction. Gets me every time when I travel over every day from the UK. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes sense, Simon. I think that probably is quite accurate. And then definitely 100% tip for those who are either in Dubai or moving to Dubai or whatever. Get your aircon cleaned 100% because a lot of time if you travel, you come back and your aircon can not be nice, and that air is circulating around where you live. So it's good to do that as well. I've learned that the hard way. Connor. Okay, here we let me open this. Not getting momentum divergences. We are getting VWAP divergences. Let me move this down here. Where's this at? There we go. Quite a large drop on the 1 minute there. There we go. That should work. There we go. What's your view behind you? What area you live in? I live in Creek Harbour. So for those in Dubai, Creek Harbour is the best place ever. It's not many people even know about Creek Harbour, and like unless you come here, because it's like in downtown there's like a small island which you have to be going to like get here, but it's like a small island, and like it's pretty much in downtown, and yeah, it's really good because there's not much traffic. You're in downtown but there's not much traffic here, so it's really good. I really like it. So the view behind me is I mean, it's pretty crazy actually. Yeah, I don't know how to show you. The camera's over there. I do like it. Well, mixed week, up and down. Currently made it back to break even for the week. Nice, Warren. That's good. Look, break even, survival is the goal. A lot of people think of trading in terms of a very binary thing. You're either losing money or you're making money. Why can't you put a middle ground to it? Survival. I actually was on a podcast before, and the podcast was sponsored by a prop firm, and I was against prop firms then, and I still am against the vast majority of them. And they said, like, they were asking for why don't you like them? And I gave the standard reasons, and then I gave a reason which he hadn't heard of before. I said, trading, something which people forget about in trading is there's 3 levels of trading. There's being unprofitable, there's being break even, there's being profitable. And a lot of prop firms aren't congruent with being break even because you're penalized for consistency rule, minimum trading days, etc., etc., etc. And so it's not, prop firms either want you to lose or they want you to win. They don't want you to survive, which is a big part in trading. Being break even is a pivotal moment in a lot of people's trading journeys. And plus, something I allure to is, in trading, you can be break even without a system. Okay, without a system, just with proper risk management, good trade management, you can be break even. Okay, and by being break even, it's like trying to fix a tap. Like, let's say you go into a bathroom and the tap is spewing water everywhere. It's going to be very hard for you to fix that tap and identify the issue and get that tap better. If it's spewing water everywhere, that's you losing capital. If you're break even, there's no water coming out the tap, you can easily take your time. Okay, you've got the time to find the problem with that tap and fix it. Okay, in trading, if you break even, you've got time, you're not bleeding capital to find that problem that can get you to profitability. On the other side of the water, and the view is business bay. Oh, nice. I didn't realize until it was just before I went back to the UK before Christmas, how big Business Bay is now. Like, I didn't even realize it had that river running through it. I always think of Business Bay. I go to I don't know what the offices are called there, but there's a big office space. It's near the Museum of the Future. And I don't know, I think of that as Business Bay. I don't realise how big Business Bay actually is. Business Bay is very nice. The new Pagani Tower got finished there, which looks crazy. Yeah, happy to have gone back after start losing at the beginning of the week. Nice, Warren. Really, really, really nice. And now you can go into the weekend with a very level-headed approach. And yeah, so that's really good. Yeah. I want to see it on the 5 minute, the 1 minute, the 3 minute, but want to keep an eye on the 12, the midterm time frames as well, the 12 minute, 15 minute, etc. Again, I much prefer this. We are diverging though. Let's see what happens. Bugatti, Mercedes Tower there too. Yeah, I've seen that isn't complete yet, is it? I didn't think that was completed. Ruling out, looking up. Okay, nice, Warren. Okay, let me just 1 second, guys. Aye. Sorry for the alert. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Not divergence in momentum. We are in VWAP. I am very much considering taking a small sell from here now. Want to be patient. Let me get this back up. Let me know if you're in sells. Let me know if you are in sells from 4,500. Craig. Your alert sounds like 1960s home phone that you hear in the old films. Love it. Look, it grabs my attention. Okay, this is nice. For those who did get into that, really nice. But run it, I'm having Matt K is trying to overtake me on the step challenge. Love that, Katie. Sell this time next year, Rodders. No. DV, it's going all the way down. It's going back to 1K. That's the trade, DV. Like I said, we were always going to get a small reaction from it, but could potentially see a bigger play unfold. I'm thinking this. I don't care about this. What was down? One second. There we go. See how this reacts. I want to see some. I'll let you know if I'm getting in, by the way, guys. I'm kind of just waiting for it to do something. That was a lot of volume there. Let me just go back onto the chat. Got a big set. Nice, Connor. Let me just move this off my streams bugging out. We go higher still. Yeah, Craig. I really like this this sell position up here. We're on the 1 minute time frame, so that's actually not that far away. And there's no divergences in momentum here. Like you can see here, when we get divergence, we drop heavily. Divergence, we drop heavily. No divergence here. There is divergence in VWAP, but none in momentum. So that's sort of making me cautious. Again, we can not form divergences and still get a big move to the downside. That can happen. But it's nicer to see divergences, more confident in the position, and that's what we want. We want confidence in the positions. You don't need to trade all the time. You don't need to take every trade to profit. You want to get the highest likelihood trades. But definitely could see a move to the downside. Okay, let me... Okay. I feel like it does look like we are going to break this. If we break this trend line, it's definitely a big downtime. Big to the downside. We're coiling up. Okay. Coiling up to the upside. It does look like we're going to move down from here. But I need to see what's going on. Could you please explain the divergence, please? Yeah, Nick. So divergences are basically where momentum or the oscillator is. Okay, getting it. Okay. I just want to keep an eye on this because this does look like we are going to drop. We'll be patient with it. So divergences are... I want to keep a close eye. Yeah, divergences are basically where your oscillator or your whatever indicator you're using are moving one way and price is moving another way. So the analogy that I normally give is... I'll put this trade in. What do you mean, Ghost? The analogy that I normally give is basically if price... Oops. If you attach two ropes to a car... and the cars, like you attach two ropes to a car here, and then one car's moving straight, and then the other car deviates off. That's a divergence. So imagine this is your indicator, and it's going this way, and this is price. When price deviates from that, causes a divergence, we can expect price to snap back into place. That's basically what we're seeing. We're seeing price make higher highs, whereas indicator makes lower lows. Ghost, no one knows when a trade is gonna come. We take advantage of opportunities when they do come. Nice, Ian. Taking a look at the 4,500 bounce off. If you did enter this here with this stop loss, you'd be running about just have got off 1-to-1. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Very nice level. Could be going back up for a retest of it. Bounce off the 0.382, so that does show a lot of bearish pressure. All the way to 44.50. I hope so for you, DB. I hope so. This isn't a bad trade idea. Golden pocket with fib, with confluence from the trend line and these previous highs here. It's not a bad. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, this is currently a Wanda. So yeah, I am like my main level is definitely up here, but it's interesting to see what will happen now. If we break 4,500 again, I think it's very, very likely that we do go all the way up to that level. Okay, we've retested the trend line. Dropped hard. There we go. Let me take a look at this. 4,500 and then go down. NFG, I'm simply watching price, seeing what it comes up with. By the way, that did run quite a bit, which was nice. The volatility right now is pretty crazy. Testing 99. Warren, I did just get notified about that, so we'll see what goes on there. We'll move this over to the side. Again, I'm looking for this level here. This is the main level I'm looking for. Here I'm just like, okay, looking for potential trade ideas. But I'll let you know if I'm taking one. And we'll see what happens. Okay, we are breaking to the upside now. Nice. I'll let you know when I'm getting in, but right now, as I said before, 4,500 is a strong level, and we will, chances are, get a small reaction from it. But in terms of a larger reaction, I'd rather wait for this level here. So levels at 45.17. This is 45.17. What level are you looking at higher? I'm looking at 45.17. So as I said when I started the live, let me just remove this. As I said when starting the live, the level I'm looking at mainly is 45.17. I wanted to see how price interacted with 4,500, as that's obviously a big psychological level. And as what happened, we can definitely expect a small move from that level. But I'll let you know when I'm looking for a position. But obviously hesitant with sells, as we are in an extremely bullish market. I'd much rather we get a pullback and into buyers. But I think it's interesting to see what goes on. But yeah, 45.17 is where I'm looking, which, judging by this, we could see sooner rather than later. Perfect, no worries. Okay, we've really demolished that 4,500 level, which is nice. Let me know how your trading's been today, guys. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know if you're looking for 4,500, what you're looking for. And yeah, just thought I'd do a quick live today as we are going over 4,500. And I am looking for sells from this level, and I wanted to see how it interacted with 4,500 on the live. But yeah, let me know, you're looking for buys, you're looking for sells. I know a lot of people from the group are still in swing buys. I've been holding swing buys for a long time, and made that clear, and definitely with WizKid and everything like that in the group as well. A lot of members are in swing buy positions, doing very, very well. So definitely a lot of you are going to be sitting pretty now, which is good to hear. I know someone here said they were holding from 42.75 earlier, which is very nice. 15% up this week. Great first week after a break in December. Nice. Nicely. DV, you kept it small though, didn't you? You did like a 0.01. I hope. 2010. So the reason for that level is if we zoom out quite a bit. What we can see is if we pull a fib from this high to this, not this low. If we pull a fib from this high here to this low, let me just remove. We can see we got the 0.886 dead on the value area high. The value area high is a strong level. The 0.886 is a strong level. And then also we got these previous highs here. So we've got previous resistance there. We've got previous highs there. We've got value area high. We've got loads. So loads of areas of confluence. Could see a retest of this as well. At 45.50. Nice, crazy horse. Nice. That is unfortunate, XPR. Definitely been there. Definitely been there. I think we've all been there. On gold and on various things where, you know, you look back and you had a position, just a random position like 2-3 years ago. And you're like, wow, if I'd held that, I would have actually, made ungodly amounts of money. So yeah, that's why holding trades, converting those day trades into swing trades, letting day trades, letting scalp trades, letting intraday trades slowly progress into swing trades. So, hello NFG, hello. Okay, if this does quiet down, I will stop the live and I'll just post in the private group with what I'm doing. We have been live for a while now. If we do continue to go on the upside, then I will stay live. So we'll see what it does. But yeah, that's unfortunate, XPR. Forever, like for a very, very, very long time. I mean, yeah, you can hold swing trades for weeks, months, even years. And so, yeah. Shows gains from swing trades are affected by swap fees. Swap fees do come into play. There are a few ways you can negate swap fees through certain accounts, but mainly, you know, especially on something like gold, it does eat away, but it's not crazy. Like, it's not something where I'll be like, okay, that's going to outweigh the profits. It won't be like that. Unless we range for ages, then yeah, but that hasn't happened, fortunately. Yeah, prop firms, prop firms are not gonna let you swing trade the vast majority of them. Why? Because what happens if you hold a swing trade for a really long time? And plus, it's not good to hold swing trades on 99.9% of prop firms. Because what happens if you hold a swing trade for like 6 months or something? You make an insane amount of money and the prop firm just doesn't pay you out. Like, what do you do that? Like, it's just, yeah, not good at all. And so definitely, I wouldn't probably swing on most props. It's not good. Wish I held my very, very first trade back in July. Would be running rather nicely. Definitely, Warren. I wish my first trade was on Bitcoin. I wish I held that. Actually, where did we come down to? About 70. Yeah, I still wish I held that. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. We could be seeing a retest of this high here relatively soon. Let's mark. I don't want the 0.382 on. Pulling back now. But yeah, guys, I think we're sort of chilling here now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll finish up the live now and I'll post what I'm looking for in the private group. Mainly buy from this previous high plus golden pocket and then the sell from up here. Would prefer the buy, but this could be a nice sell positional trade, which should be good. But where did you so Patrick, I drew it from zoom out higher time frame. Not super high time frame, but 4 hour, and I pulled it from this candle here to this over here. You can see we're sort of in this, box. Okay, so I pulled my fixed volume range across that to get this level here, and this is something I've got a 4 hour level that I'm trading on the 1 minute time frame, the 1/3 minute time frame, and so you don't have to, you know, even if you're looking for lower time frame trades, why not look for higher time frame levels that you can execute on the lower time frames? Because higher time frame levels are going to be stronger than lower time frame levels. You always want to go in the direction of the higher time frame. So why not get higher time frame levels and execute on them and look for confirmations on the lower term time frames? It's a lot more favorable, a lot more. Okay, guys. Anyway, we'll finish up there. I'll update in the private group literally straight after this with exactly what I'm looking for and a bit more in-depth plan. If you do want to get involved in the private group, then click in the link in the YouTube description. Drop in me a message. I'll personally respond. In the private group, you get signals, analysis, courses, community. We've got 4 other full-time traders in there posting signals and analysis as well. Full community, 5 stars on Trustpilot, etc., etc., etc. Really is the best group to learn and profit as a trader, regardless if you want to follow or you want to educate yourself as well. So yeah, guys, we'll finish it up there. Hope everyone had an amazing Friday. I'll be updating the private group ASAP, literally as soon as this live finished. And and I'll see you all in a bit. Take care, guys. And Craig, yeah, I'll send you this after this. Seen a bit Warren, seen a bit Andy, seen a bit DB. What else we got in here? Seen a bit Lee, Brave, NFG, Chris, Patrick, Chris, Warren, Nick, XPR, 2010 Crazy Horse, Matty, Raj. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend and a great rest.